Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to me. How are you today? Isn't that beautiful? But I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Listen, today I wanted to, first off, stop saying listen so much in my videos, okay? The second thing I would like to talk to you about today is anxiety, and by approximately, I mean approximately. Approximately 40 million adults in the United States suffer from some form of an anxiety disorder, myself included. My journey has been maybe a 15-year journey at this point, but for the most of that time, I have been off meds and I have found other means to help me deal with my anxiety. Now, first off, I want to say if medication is the route you are on, 100% take your meds, do that if it helps you and you're thriving. But maybe these few tips can help. These are the 5 things that I have personally learned that worked for me, and hopefully maybe they can work for you to reduce your anxiety. Now, I just want to remind you, a couple of these you may have heard me say before, 1 or 2. This is just going to serve as a reminder, but there are also some new ones in here, some newer things that I have found have a groundbreaking effect on my anxiety levels. And let's get into it. So, number 1, a reminder. Let's get this one out of the way, right? Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. I feel like it's had the biggest impact on my anxiety levels. For those of you who do not remember how this works or who have not started to practice this yet, it is a very simple habit that you can do anytime to help decrease anxiety. And it is simply pausing your brain, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then at that very moment, you insert a thought or you take action. In the case of anxiety, what you would do is you would insert it in the thought. I am fine. I am okay. Everything will be okay. Whatever it is you are feeling anxious about or worried about, and honestly, sometimes with anxiety, we don't know. It's just our bodies. You just have to say, I will survive this. This will go away. I can manage this. And yeah, in the beginning, 2 seconds later, it's gonna be back. The anxiety is gonna be right back. And you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. Very simple, very effective. I promise you this works. Number 2 is going to be diet and exercise. Now, as many of you know, earlier in the year, I got some very bad news when it comes to my diabetes. My blood sugar levels were at a very dangerous level, and I had to take immediate action to turn my life around. Well, of course, with diabetes, it's diet and exercise, one of the main things you're gonna be doing to get your blood sugar levels in control. So what do you do to get your blood sugar levels in control? Well, first off, you reduce your carbohydrates. You choose complex carbs instead of simple carbs. You increase your protein, drink more water, and you exercise. And so once I started doing this almost immediately, I noticed that my anxiety levels went from low to almost non-existent. And I didn't have any evidence to back this up, even though I had heard studies before that said that diet and exercise could help with anxiety. So I thought I would look it up for this video so I can give you some evidence or some proof. And at least some studies show that all those things I named are exactly what you do to help reduce your anxiety.
You reduce your carbohydrates. You choose complex carbs instead of simple carbs. You increase your protein, drink more water, and you exercise.
It actually mentions that you can limit your caffeine intake. And that's something I used to do in the past to lower my anxieties. But now that I'm eating healthier, I'm realizing I can actually tolerate way more caffeine. And you guys know I love tea. There's caffeine right in here up to about right here, okay? So I am so happy now that I can drink much more caffeine because I'm lowering my anxiety through those other means. Last but not least, of course, the exercise aspect of that. First off, it's hard to have anxiety and be running on the treadmill at the same time. But also, exercise naturally releases endorphins in your body that help combat your anxious feeling. Add some diet and exercise to your routine and see how that affects your anxiety levels. The third thing that has really helped me, and I think will help you with reducing your anxiety levels, is living within your purpose. Now, that gets a little woo-woo, right? Purpose or destiny or what you were put here for. Some of you might not like those words, but think about it this way. Do you have a gift? Or is there something that you know you should be doing and you're not doing it? Like whatever that is, whether that's running more, whether that's writing your memoir, whether that's climbing a mountain, like do you have this burning desire in your heart to do something that you are not doing? I found that for me, that caused me anxiety, especially at nighttime. So this is what I want to be doing. I want to be growing, learning, and helping others to grow and learn. And when I wasn't acting in that way, I would have heavy nighttime anxiety. And that heavy nighttime anxiety would cause me to stay up too late. And then staying up too late caused me to get less sleep the next day. And when I get less sleep, I have more anxiety. But when I am living within my purpose, when I'm doing what I feel like is my gift, when I'm doing what I feel like I was put here to do, I have no problem going to bed. I have no problem getting up, and I have no problem doing it again the next day.
There's a passion that lives inside of me that if I don't perform or do something, I don't feel well.
So once again, whatever that thing is, and I'll say it in that way because I don't want you to think small. I want you to think big, right? It could be anything. Maybe you have always wanted to have an ant farm. And every night you're like, man, I should really get an ant farm. And you haven't got, get your ant farm and start watching ants and see if that doesn't help your anxiety. Number 4, gosh, if I started this channel with helping us get over fear, the second phase of this channel is helping us focus on the things that we can control. Ooh, that has been dramatic in helping me reduce my anxiety levels. Right? We worry about so many things that we have absolutely no control over. And in this instance, I don't even mean the stuff we talked about before, like other people's behavior. You have no control over the way this crazy thing unfolds. As we talked about in the last video, life is messy. Focus on the aspect of it you do control and see if that doesn't help reduce your anxiety. Good morning, good people. This is actually Saturday morning, right before I get ready to upload this video. I was rewatching it for the final time and I realized that number 5, my original number 5 tip, which was control what you consume, I just didn't do a good job of explaining it. And I've been trying to do it over and over again. So we're gonna do it this final time and make it very simple. If what you're watching, if what you're reading, if the video games you're playing, if the social media sites you are perusing, if those things are giving you anxiety, if those things are stressing you out, that's the timer telling me my tea is done. Hold on. If those things are stressing you out, stop consuming them. Stop letting them into your life. It's very simple. And I also want to give you a bonus tip here. Recognize that when you're anxious, especially when it's more of a nervous anxiety, and when you're excited, your body is actually doing the same thing, right? Your breath rate changes, your heart rate changes, your palms become sweaty. It's the very same reaction. A lot of it is mental on what we feel. So in those times when you're having nervous anxiety, instead of saying I'm anxious, try saying I'm excited. Guys, I have done this a million times. Anytime I was nervous about something, I would say, I'm excited. It really helps to reframe where you are mentally and what you're feeling in the inside. All right, that's it. Take care. That's it, boys and girls. This is the end of the video. I hope the things that have helped me learn to control or almost suppress, almost get rid of my anxiety also helps you to start lowering your anxiety levels. As I said at the top of this video, if you are on medication and that is working for you, please consider. I am not anti-medication. In fact, I love medication. But I'm just saying if there are things you could do to help, why not try those as well? That said, remember that your worth is undeniable. Always. I want you to live life, live now with passion and purpose. And I will see you guys in the next video. If you liked this video, if you feel like you can take one of these tips and run with it now, First off, tell me in the comments which one you go around with, and then share with somebody who you know who's suffering from some anxiety. Leave a like, subscribe, all those beautiful things. Still didn't really rehearse the conclusion, so it keeps coming up kind of empty on the end. I love you. Take care.